Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Happy Halloween to one and all. Join myself, Ox here on the show tonight. It's the one and only Bridgeman and the legend that is the Fox. Evening, gents.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, Bridge. Good evening, Ox.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys in the panel? A huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, I can see who me and Bridge are. We came as Laurel and Hardy. What is that outfit you've got on?
Who are you talking to? Me?
You.
This is the way I normally dress. What are you talking about?
You told us we had to dress up. Me and Bridge have made the effort.
And Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, boy. So what is it you're wearing then?
What is it,
Fox?
I thought you came as Val Doonigan.
No, I've got a shirt and tie on as I normally have.
I was trying to work out who you dressed as. What do you think, Bridge? What's he like?
I think the Val Doonigan thing sounds a bit right to me.
Or maybe John Thor out of Sweeney.
Oh, that's a good one.
Aye, he looks a bit like that, aye.
Aye, brilliant.
I think John Thor's passed away. Do I look that near to death?
All you need on with that shirt and tie is that white leather safari jacket, mate. That would set that off lovely.
The safari jacket.
I can't get rid of that.
That's a classic.
You've still got it, have you?
Oh, mate, that's a classic. If you see, it's a lovely piece of work, that jacket, Fox, isn't it?
Oh, aye. Terrific.
Oh, I've got to ask you, did you keep the receipt?
No.
Where did you get it? It was City Cash Tailors.
City Cash Tailors, many years ago.
I'll ask you again, did you keep the receipt?
No, I did not.
All right, okay. Well, great result last night, and by the way, for 70 minutes, a fantastic performance, Bridgeman.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. We really turned on last night, and we really looked apart. And the truth of the matter is, you know and I know, when you saw it, that could have been, it was 4 going on anything you want, truth be told. If we wanted to, later on in the game, you started to see the pitch icing up a wee bit, getting really, really slippy underfoot. So that curtailed any massive assault on them. But really and truly, they were not a very good side. Tough side, I must admit, tough side. But Rangers had the measure of them after 15-20 minutes. Had the measure of them.
How we pulled them out of the pitch, past them. They couldn't keep up with our passing, Fox, could they, yesterday?
Oh, it was a masterclass for the first hour for Rangers. I thought after the first couple of minutes, they took the time to settle down. Then they got their passing game going. Ryan Jack emerged to drive the team on. And I think it was his ability and the rest of the team's confidence in him that allowed our midfield to push up. And last night, for the first time in a while, we were getting the midfielders in the box. And that's what was giving us the numerical advantage when we went forward.
Yeah, I think our midfield did really, really well last night. And of course, I think in all probability, that's maybe Ryan Jack's finest game for any team. I thought it was absolutely outstanding last night. Really good.
I wouldn't go as far as that, mate. I thought it was superb, but I think he's had equally effective performances against better opposition, Bridge, if that makes sense.
Well, certainly, it makes sense, but I think overall, he's had a tremendous performance and scored two absolutely outstanding goals.
Two great goals. Two great goals, aye. I think the midfield three of Jack, Aribo and Kamara, they're 7, 8, 9 for me last night, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
7 for Kamara, 8 for Aribo and 9 for Jack.
Listen, tell me this. Was it my eyes or was it, is everybody going to see the same? I thought that Kamara seems to have bulked up a wee bit. Or was it just my eyes seeing rubbish?
I wouldn't be surprised if you were getting them mixed up with Aribo and Ojo.
Oh, no, it's quite embarrassing, isn't it? I thought he was speaking about Ojo, and I was trying to say how where on earth has that form been? Because he's been sometimes hot and cold, and mostly cold. But my goodness, I thought Ojo last night, he really redeemed himself for me. It showed he can actually play football.
Jury's still out for me, Fox. I'll give you boy pass marks last night. I like to think I'm fair, but the jury's still out.
Who on? Ojo?
Aye.
I thought he had a decent game last night.
I never said he played badly at all, have I? I never said that.
And I wouldn't be running down the opposition. They look poor because we made them look poor. They were a wee plucky team, but we just totally overwhelmed them last night.
What did you call them?
They were plucky. Plucky.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Plucky.
I
thought Rangers were absolutely superb.
Look, mate, it was I don't know, would you say an 8.5 out of 10 performance? Is that fair?
Well, for the hour that before they started to bring on the subs, I thought we were a 10 out of 10. I thought we were absolutely superb.
I enjoyed it. I thought we played well. I was disappointed we couldn't put in a couple of goals in, particularly the way the night ended. That would have took us just back on top of the league and goals scored, which would have been pleasing, Bridge.
Oh yeah, I think the crowd deserved a couple of goals, to be honest. And but it wasn't to be, obviously. But really and truly, I think the crowd were, to a man, just outstanding. The whole night was set up for Rangers to be brilliant. And of course, it's all over the papers, as you can imagine. I've not seen a paper, but I'm just saying it's all over the papers that Rangers were absolutely wonderful. But that's not going to happen. They'll not say these things, but they were absolutely wonderful. Superb.
It's something the football. I mean, the first goal, Fox, the passing involved.
It was a very, very good goal. I think it was Joe Aribo slipped the ball to Ojo. Ojo poured into the box and sent a superb ball between the goalkeeper and the centre backs. And Alfred Morelos timed his run absolutely perfect for a tap in at the back post. Great goal.
22 passes before that.
We were supremely confident on the ball last night, and I also liked the way we hunted in packs to get the ball back. We've not done that for a right few games. Just didn't give the opposition a minute on the ball, and I thought we were tremendous. I read the papers today and everything else, and I don't think we get any credit for it. It's the usual. Ross County were terrible and we thrashed. We didn't say thrashed them, but we managed to beat them. Get no praise whatsoever.
Well, Lawbear's just put in the lobby saying that actually, Bridge, the papers did say we were outstanding. So obviously I don't read the paper, so and you've read yours, and the ones that you've got, your opinion of it's quite poor, of the paper, I mean.
I think all the newspapers are always poor when it comes to Rangers. There's always a wee twist in it somewhere along the line. But if we can keep playing like that, that reminded me of the Porto game. We were assured on the ball, good crisp passing, creating chances all over the place. And as Ox says, we could have scored more goals, but you're not going to do anything with goal difference in October.
No, I'm not saying I'm just saying it would just be nice, that's all, Fox. Here's a wee conundrum for you, Bridge. Hearts, Porto, Motherwell, Ross County. Bad, excellent, average, excellent. Where are we going to get just a wee bit more consistency? Because this team is ready to take off, mate. They've got the ability.
I think I have to say, I've been saying it for a wee while now, and the guys all know it. We watch them, and all we need is for them to actually believe that they're as good as they are. I think that's all it takes. Is if we can get them to get that belief and believe in themselves, and the confidence will come. Last night, once they got the measure of that team, they were there. They were in the zone. It was nobody was going to touch them. They were going to go and do what they wanted to do, which they did with ease. And the goals that we scored were very, very good goals. Well worked, great passing. There wasn't a bad goal at the four. Just absolutely superb, and could have been a lot better. But I just believe that they need to believe in themselves and get their confidence up. The momentum's coming. You can feel. Well, I think you can anyway. That you can feel the confidence, sort of the momentum in the club, and that's what the manager's looking for. All he needs to do is give them the confidence. I thought, for instance, Kamara he had a really good game last night compared to the previous game, particularly against. Was he playing against Hearts? My memory says me right. No, he wasn't. He wasn't playing against that. Who was he playing against? And I didn't think he was that good. But never mind. But I think he had a really good game last night. So all of our players are responding to the manager at the moment. So maybe it's a build up to the cup semi-final that's doing it for them. I don't know. I hope it is something like that, because it'll make something to focus on.
People want to join us. What's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
What's that?
Where else can they join us?
You can join us at Skype, on Skype at rangersradio.online, and we'll bring you into the call.
You put it down to what?
I put it down to the confidence the rest of the team had on Ryan Jack when he was in possession of the ball. I think that the confidence spread for him. The other two each side of him, Kamara and Aribo, picked up on the confidence and managed to put themselves into the game. And I think his display helped them to play better. Honest today.
That's a good point. Absolutely, yeah, good point.
Anyway, we've also been joined by Stardug. Oh, what an outfit.
Hello, Stardug.
He's gave me Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Well done,
Stardug. How you doing, Stardug?
What's happening, guys?
I like your outfit, mate. Well,
very good. Good result last night, huh?
Aye.
That
Foxes came as Bridgeman Foxes came as Shaggy.
Shaggy?
No, just going to say, on the midfield last night, that midfield three, that worked for me last night. I know obviously Davis is the main man and he wasn't there because he picked up a wee knock and things like that, but I mean, that gives me great confidence that, I mean, we all know what Ryan Jack can do. I think it's fair to say that majority of the Rangers fans, Ryan Jack's opened up a different chapter in his footballing career, mate, that we didn't even know that he had. I believe a lot of Rangers fans would probably disagree and say that they always knew that he had that in him, but me personally, mate, I never knew he had that in him. He's actually getting technical ability now that I never believed that he had either. I thought he would be a squad player and we would kind of move on for Ryan Jack as the season went on and things like that. But, oh man, he's proved me wrong. What an important player he is. He picked up everything last night. Every pass, every available pass that was on, he taken it, and his 2 goals were sublime and all. But I'll tell you what, no bad wee pass for El Shea Ojo, Hawks, eh?
One swallow does not make a honeymoon, mate.
I know this, but we're getting there. We're going in the right direction.
He done okay last night. I don't want to criticise the boy. He done okay.
It's a step in the right direction.
What's this one swallow doesn't make a honeymoon? Where did you dig that one up for?
That's what he's learned down in Oxfordshire. That's the way they speak down there.
That's one of your old lines, isn't it?
Oh, it's one swallow doesn't make a summer.
But do you think it's fair to say, guys, if these substitutes have been off last night, they're our 3 best players right now?
Well, this is the thing, mate. You've got that team last night playing like that without Davis and Ryan Kent, isn't it?
I know, but on recent weeks gone by, I think the Morelos, Barisic and Ryan Jack, I mean, obviously Davis and Ryan Jack, we know what the two of them can do, but Ryan Jack's form this year, I think they three boys, they're so important for us going forward, not even just at the weekend, but through the season. I think their form's been vital.
I think the manager got it spot on. I thought that was a highlight of the night, having the four laughing at Alfie coming off.
I know, he wasn't happy, but really, he wasn't happy. Going celebrating your second goal and you turn around your numbers up. What's the chances of that happening?
I honestly think he was going to come off anyway, and it just so happened the chance of the goal came up and they put it in the net. I think the decision had already been made. But I thought it was really cute. The smile on their faces, like, when you see him.
I know you don't like to look too far ahead, Oxford, but do you think that Rangers fans would demand that Morelos starts the next All Firm game now?
Listen, I think we all thought he maybe got it wrong at Ibrox, but the manager will do what he thinks, and I think he's proven it to his off Fox, isn't he?
Well, he gets the lineup right more times than wrong. I was upset when Morelos came off as well, because I wanted to see Alfie get a hat-trick. And no wonder he was disappointed. I'd have been disappointed sitting in 2 goals and the manager whipping you off and then laughing at you as he does it.
The only thing they were laughing, it was a smile. Come on.
They were laughing at him, mate.
I was laughing. Oh, brilliant.
It's good management, Fox, because see if he'd have stayed on and gets a knock and can't play on Sunday, can you imagine it?
Aye, I'd agree there, but he's played for a couple of seasons now, mate, and he's never had an injury. The chances of it happening last night were slim. I'd have just liked to have seen him get his hat-trick, because builds up confidence with Alfredo. Not that he needs it, but I think he'd have been over the moon if he'd have managed to get another hat-trick, you know?
I think we're 9 points ahead and 10 goals ahead from where we were last season, Stardog. I think I've not checked it, but I think that's where we are.
There's been a big difference. I think the difference is now we're seeing out games, we're winning last minute, we're winning games by last minute goals, or we're winning by a single goal at the ball of Barisic striking, things like that. That's some of the wee things that just split the difference in these games, and we never had that last year. And I know we've spoke about it a lot of times, but it's brilliant to see the team pushing through. And then we got up to Dingwall last night, and with the game even buried in the first half, like we said at the weekend after the Motherwell game, you're not going to get that every single game. But the games that we're not performing like, it's important that we plough through and we get the 3 points. And that's what the team seems to have been doing this season, so long may it continue, mate.
Yeah, it's been a very, very much improved season, hasn't it, for us? Both in the players that we've got, and the attitude among the players, and the manager settling himself in. It really looks quite good, and the fans are really happy. They're buzzing, really and truly. So, real big chance for us this weekend, and we're going into it with our tails up and with confidence, and we can step onto the stage at Hampden and let the lads. A lot of these guys have never been in Hampden, you know, so let them get a wee first taste of it, you know. And I hope it's successful for them, obviously. But we should be able to go there with the confidence that we've got in the way we're playing, and do the business. Surely we're not going to perform the same way we did the last time we played Hearts. We're not going to perform like that. No.
I think the discipline levels as well for this time last year are day and night as well. I mean, we got a lot of silly sending offs last year. Some of them we got overturned and things like that, but a lot of them we didn't. Like Scott Arfield won away to Hearts and things like that. So we let ourselves down a lot last year on the park, and I think they've totally turned that round. I don't know what the tally is of yellow cards, I know that, but we've not had any sending offs in the league that I can remember this year. And I don't think the tally of yellow cards would be too bad either compared to last year. I mean, we were getting a guy sent off every other game.
I think we won a lot of games in Europe. We won one game with 9 men, didn't we?
Aye, unbelievable.
Can I just... that was quite a young side last night, Fox. Arfield would have been the experienced captain, wouldn't
he? From the starters, you mean?
Aye.
Aye.
I mean, the rest, everybody's under 30, isn't he?
Oh, yes. Well, maybe Wes. Well, it was Wes.
Oh, Wesley's only about 27, 28, I think.
Right, okay, pal.
Aye. Apart from Arfield, everybody's under 27. Because I can't think of anyone that's over the age of 27 apart from Arfield that's in that team. I think Borna Barisic is 27 and the rest are all 27, 26. And
Was
obviously we've got Alfie,
Taverner,
and Kamara.
no, his birthday today, and he was 28, I think, was he?
Oh, well,
There
we
you
were right.
go.
Yesterday was only 27.
No, happy birthday, Tav.
When we're getting Tav's now at the peak of his career, and as I said last night, take my hat off to him. He's seemed to have recovered himself a bit, and he's maybe just in time for the big wide Hampden pitches. He is one person that's has been in Hampden a couple of times, so let's hope all goes for him. Well, any news on McGregor and Kent? And
I think they intimated last night that McGregor will not be playing at the weekend, mate.
Oh, right, okay. So it's Wes then.
Nothing on Kent. Nothing on Kent. I'm hoping that's no hamstring with Kent Fox.
Just need to wait and see. We'll know from the manager's press conference tomorrow night. But would McGregor have been playing on Sunday anyway? Would Wes not be taking that position in the Cups, you know?
Yes, probably, yeah. I don't know if did he actually bring that in this season again? Did he bring it back, should I say?
Not sure, I'll need to check that out.
I can't remember.
Who was the last game against? East Fife. Fod's played, didn't he?
Aye, I think he has. I think he's played in the early cup games
that's
for
good
them.
then. That's brilliant. So we're not a big problem then. That gives, if that's the case, that gives McGregor a chance to recover for the sort of the rest of the heavy games, particularly away games. But although I have to say, Fotheringham did nothing wrong, did he? And that, in fact, he didn't have anything to do virtually at all. He picked the ball up twice or something like that. Incredible. Oh, by the way, I have to say, I was watching some small snippets of football, and I watched something about Huddersfield and Barnsley. I think we played last night. I don't know if any of you have seen this. Unbelievable stuff. It was like 2 each or something, and they decided there was another game going on. I can't remember who it was. Somebody versus Peterborough last night, and they needed a point. I.e., Barnsley needed a point. And I don't know what it was for. It was maybe it was the last season. I don't know. But my God, they actually played the last 1.5 minutes. The goalkeeper playing it in the box himself, and the 2 teams up in the centre circle. Quite incredible to see. I've never seen it before. They never played football at all. The goalkeeper just walked about wasting time. Incredible. By the way, that just bored you, didn't it? Sorry. I know.
That's Major Nightstar Dog, isn't it?
Jeez, Oldbridge. What was that about?
Did you not see it? No.
I would have turned the telly off, mate. I wouldn't even have waited about to see it like that.
Oh, go away and bow your head.
Take that ball off now, Bridge. That's another fine mess you've got me into.
Another fine mess, yeah.
Right, so Ryan Jack's getting all the plaudits, but I didn't think it was just a Ryan Jack show. I thought young boy Aribo showed classes, and I tell you who else I enjoyed personally last night. I enjoyed Big Hollander just coming in and reading the ball and starting the moves off. With a bit of tempo in it. Anybody else?
Yep.
I seen that as well, Ops.
With you on that.
Yep.
I think the young Aribo fought for everything last night. Very slippy pitch, but he fought for everything. Did very well. He was involved in all the goals in some way or other. That boy. That was a lovely pass. That wee pass in the back to Ojo to get the first goal. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely not. Lovely pass to Morelos for his second goal. Wow. Just wow. These are the kind of things we should be able to do to break the defences down in it.
You showed it last night. Start again, you come, mate.
Aye, on the Hollander thing, I thought his positioning was absolutely brilliant last night, and like you say, he can just step across and nick that ball, and it doesn't come up with any 60-yard passes or any fancy balls. It's just the quickness and the sharpness that he fizzes the ball straight back into midfield. And the way Joe Aribo and Kamara were playing last night, they were just spinning with the ball, and that was us. We were straight on the attack. I thought the two of them playing higher up the park last night actually worked for us. I think Ryan Jack was more than prepared to sweep up anything that was left in midfield and they make the passes and things like that and start the moves. But they boys playing further up the park definitely worked for us. But I mentioned it a couple of days ago. I think the sharpness of Hollander's passing just into feet and into the midfield so you can just turn and go. I think that gives us something different as well. There's no, because Connor Golson likes a long pass, and obviously Barisic and Tavernier are always up and down the wings, so we've not really got anything central. So it's just another wee addition to the team, another something different, and I think he's been playing brilliant, Big Hollander, definitely.
I thought the distribution by both centre-halves was pretty good last night. As the Stardog pointed out, Connor Goldson tended to go a bit longer, but he put in some really good balls forward for James Taverner a few times. And all round he was confident when he was in control of the ball. Both of them were, in fact. I thought the two fullbacks had a steady game, but they weren't their usual dashing self. I thought James Taverner was a bit more reserved and hung back a wee bit during the game. Barisic wasn't in the game that much, I didn't think, because they weren't needed last night because the midfield had it under control. And as Stardog rightly says, that the big difference last night wasn't passing the ball back to the defenders again. They were one touch and turning. Ojo done it, Kamara done it, and Aribo done it, and that got us on the front foot, attacking all the time. It was a big change for what we've seen in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I thought that Aribo was playing like an inside left last night at times, and being fed quite well by Borna Barisic. I thought he played well. I thought they played quite well together. I was quite happy.
I think Fox, the way Hollander was zipping the balls into the midfield, like we're saying there, if the midfielders can turn on that ball and straight on the attack, it was putting the defence on its head straight away. They didn't know whether to come or go. I mean, Morelos was locking in behind as well. He was always sniffing about, so they didn't really know what to do. And if you can take that midfield out of the game, the way we were doing that last night, we'll be scary to play against. If we can work on that, some sort of tactic just to get the ball straight into midfield, and because they three boys, I mean, they're big and they're physical, but they're fast and they've got very, very quick feet. So if we can work in some sort of formation that we could be able to do that and just get the ball into feet more so that we're turning and we're attacking straight away, we'll be scary to play against if we can pull that off most weeks.
Just a wee observation on Kamara. He passes the ball consistently very, very well. But just sometimes he's a wee bit lax when people come from behind him. And he makes that blind pass that can put the defence into getting problems. But if you think back to the Aberdeen game, he's got a tendency to make that squared pass when he gets mugged in the middle of the park. Just a small observation, but he had a good game as well last night. Bridgman.
Yeah, Kamara, I think he's smashing player. I thought, as I said a wee bit earlier, I thought he looked as if he'd put a wee bit of bulk on as well. It just may have been my stupid old eyes. But really and truly, I think I always thought he was a good player. He just shaded a wee bit, maybe because of the international games and things like that. But last night he was just absolutely top of his game. Superb, really good performance from him. And never shirked anything, got straight in it. He got a wee bump as well, didn't he? The guy dragged him back and caused a wee twist or something like that. So hopefully he's not going to be carrying in. He's the type of chap you're needing in your team, or at least fit enough to take part in it and as a substitute, because he'll always show for you. And my goodness gracious, is that a steal? 50,000 or whatever it was.
That whole midfield is a steal.
Absolutely, pal. You're absolutely right. Yeah, but we have to keep it going, and they have to keep showing. And every game, the box gets ticked, as you like to say, tick the box. Another game, another win, tick the box. Same midfielder, close to it, tick the box, done well. That's what we need to do, in my opinion. That's what we need to do.
Is that, you think I'm fair there on Glenn Kamara, Stardunk?
Aye, definitely, Ox. I mean, you mentioned the goal at Aberdeen. I think he got done at Rugby Park as well, didn't he? I know Big Joe Worrell would appear to play in it as well, but I think it was initially when Jordan Jones scored the winning against us. I think it was initially Glenn Kamara got caught with the ball under his feet and things like that, and it wasn't like him at the time. But he's got that in his locker. He couldn't tend to give the ball away. Sometimes he does take his time a wee bit too much to release the ball, and he can get caught for that. But again, I don't think your eyes are lying to you, Bridge. I think he definitely did look a wee bit more physical to me last night. I thought him, Ojo and Aribo, I thought they all look big physical presences, but they can move fast as well, and they've got trickery in their feet. So I think, I mean, for me, I don't know I don't know how the extent of Davis's knock is, Ox, but for me, I would be more than happy to keep that midfield for the weekend.
Well, on performance, you can't take anything away from him, can you, Fox?
Yeah.
No, Kamara's got a high pass completion rate.
Oh, it must be excellent, mate. But I'm just saying that just something I noticed a few times. I'm not having a go. I'm just.
Well, sometimes you get caught in the ball, Ox, and sometimes players can come in your blind side and maybe cut out a pass, but he was steady last night. I thought he was very good last night, Kamara. But I think
he was the quiet one, just making it happen for the other two. Yeah.
I think it's a moral certainty that Steve Davis will come back in on Sunday, all being well with him, and it'll be Davis, Jack, and Kamara that'll play, and Aribo will be on the bench.
What a performance to be put out and then end up the bench for Joe Aribo starter.
I know. I think any of the three of them, if Davis was to come back, obviously, that's how I said, I don't know the extent of his injury or his knock or how bad it's going to be or how long he's out for. But I mean, if any of the three of them were to lose their place, it's a wee bit of a shame, mate. But look, we know what Steve Davis has done for us this season, and he has been consistently our best midfielder, because obviously Ryan Jack's been out a couple of times now, but when he's come in, he's been outstanding. So I don't see Ryan Jack or Steve Davis losing their place. I do think it's a straight up fight between Glenn Kamara and Joe Aribo. But I think, mate, looking towards the future and things like that, I think they three midfielders, they'll be perfect if Davis was to hang up his boots and things like that. They would be absolutely perfect for us going forward. They didn't just prove it last night, but altogether, like if you look at their performances and things like that, I mean, Joe Aribo was performing well for us at the start of the season, and obviously he taken that knock at Livingston, so that's him just starting to come back into a bit of form as well.
So you think that if Stephen Davis comes in, it's going to be Jack, Davis and another? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's a straight up fight between Glenn Kamara and Joe Aribo, mate. I think Ryan Jack and Steve Davis have been too consistent for us this year.
Yeah, okay. I think that I'm afraid to say I think that Kamara would probably win that one, the way he's playing, because he's a bit more. There's a bit more poise the way he goes about. I think Aribo showed last night when he gets into that forward position. He really is good. He's really clever feet, and you know he makes some wonderful passes. Gets involved in passing moves. Lovely little boy passer there, ball when he's up the front there. I'm not saying he can't do it at the back, but the pressure's off when he's up there. He's in his own space. And Kamara, I thought, had a tremendous game for us last night. I wouldn't like to see him losing his spot. So maybe we'd think about keeping Aribo out there. However, the manager's going to have to, because you're speaking about possibly Ryan Kent being available. You know, all these things. Davis and Kent might be available, so need to watch. Don't want to make too many, put any weight on them, so let them do it.
You're saying you don't want Kamara to lose his spot? Welcome to my world, Bridge. I think a big Nico.
No. I'm saying, based on what I saw last night, the most of Aribo's really good work was done on what we used to call the old inside left position, and he was running that channel, whereas Kamara was doing a really good job in the midfield and mostly at a defensive level. That's the way I'm looking at it. So he would probably fit in against Hearts. Kamara would probably fit in better for us. That's all.
The way I was looking at it is I'll do it, and just to make sure Big Nico gets a mention in this show.
Who?
Big Nico Katic.
Who's that?
Don't be disappointed, mate. If he's learning and improving and working hard and his time comes, I don't think Nico will let us down. And you can say at the moment...
Well, hasn't he so far?
And what you can say is at the moment you've got to be fair that the centre-halves are doing okay, so a bit of consistency is not a bad thing, Stardog, yeah?
No, definitely no, mate. It's a shame because he was performing well for us, and I know Big Hilander's not put a foot wrong at all. Like I've nae grumblings with any of the two of them in recent weeks, mate. It's just a shame to see such a good young talent on the bench every week.
That's perhaps a good squad, mate.
That's true, mate. That's true.
That's absolutely true, because we're just saying how well our midfield played last night, and each one of them deservedly so got all the plaudits going. I thought they were excellent, every one of them. But I thought additionally, that the boy Aribo, I thought he kind of stand out, and in the attacking side of the game, you know, creating and making passes. I thought he was excellent there. And the manager's got a really tough job, because if all of them are ready, if Davis is ready, then there's going to have to be a selection somewhere that gives somebody a, shall we say, and he's not going to have the opportunity to play at Hampden from the start. So it's a really, really difficult situation. I don't want to take anything away from anybody. That's the truth. I just like to see Aribo in the inside left position, because I think he plays better there, and he's got a bit of space.
He showed his feet last night. I think you forget me, Joe Aribo Fox. He's 6'2".
He's very, very quick feet. He can get himself out of tight situations. His ball through to Morelos for the fourth goal was well weighted, right into Alfie's path. Never had to break stride, and just hammered it into the far corner. There was some nice touches for Joe Aribo throughout the game. As we mentioned, he flicked the ball through for Ojo as well in the first goal. And all round, he had a very decent game last night, Joe Aribo. I just think when it comes to Sunday, the experience of Davis will mean he will command a spot if he's fit.
Right, do you think there's any chance that if Kamara, Davis and Jack was a midfield, that there's a place for Joe Aribo further forward?
I don't think he would go wrong. Scotty Arfield's had quite a patchy season so far. Although last night I thought he drew a lot of defenders out the way to allow a lot of room in the box. He had a part to play in I think his second goal, Ryan Jack's second goal. He laid the ball after him, and Jack absolutely supreme finish. For ages, I've been saying to you, I wish we had a player that could bend the ball from outside the post and in, and that's exactly what he did there last night with his second goal. Terrific strike.
That was somewhat. The ball ended up in the same part of the goal for both goals, but two good strikes, and passed with the inside into the goal. But I think Ojo can do that. He's shown us he can do that, coming in for the right with his left foot, you know. But to start getting goals for midfield's a big plus, Stardog, yeah.
100%, mate. But I don't think we've scored enough goals in midfield this season. But if Ryan Jack's going to start chipping in and scoring goals like that, I mean, I thought his left-footed shot in the second half, and all, if that would have been in, what a screamer that would have been for a hat-trick. But if he's going to start chipping in the goals, we know Joe Aribo can grab a goal. Glenn Kamara's not really known for goals, but if they two in particular could start grabbing more goals in games, that would definitely help us, mate. But I like the fact that we've got a really, really good squad factor going on now. I think the team knows it's going to take the full team early course of the season. I mean, everybody's coming in and doing their wee separate bits. There was Davis out last night, and Aribo's come in for him, and he's performed well. Greg Stewart a couple of weeks ago. You know what I mean? There's players coming in and they're doing their job playing their ass, and I think we've got a really good feel factor around about the full squad now, and they know that it's going to take the full team to date this season for us. I like that.
There seems to be a bit of harmony. So, if people want to join us and give their thoughts, what's the number, Start Doug?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
What else can they join us, Bridgeman?
Well, they can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and they'll be brought into the call by the old school Blue, and he'll look after you. You'll enjoy yourself.
All right, can I put a shout out to a great friend of mine, one of the show's characters, JFK, and his wife. They're both having a bad wee run at the moment, so I hope things take a turn up in the next few days and everybody in the JFK house starts feeling better.
That's a good shout out. That's a good shout out. Good shout out.
You don't get any sympathy on here, do you? I'm just 2 p.m. and somebody says you get a ticket for Sunday, I can have.
Are you going to the game then?
Yeah, see, no names, no pack drill. But brilliant. You don't get any sympathy on here, Fox, do you?
Not at all. What's the matter with Jimmy anyway, do you know?
Sounds like Pringles.
Oh, shingles, is it? Has he been lying on the beach?
I don't know.
Where did you dig that one up from?
That's the best you can do.
Where did you dig that up from? Fucker. You've been lying on the beach.
Are you saying that JFK's windswept and interesting?
Oh, no, I'm not making fun of him, mate. That's a sore thing, shingles. I remember Tommy McLean used to suffer for that quite a lot. Do you remember that, Bridge?
Actually, no, I do not. I do apologise, but I don't remember that. I know I remember Tommy McLean, but I don't remember that. But that's a good bit of information, truth be told. I thought Tommy McLean would have been above that, you know. Listen to me. He was a god, wasn't that wee fella? Brilliant.
You shouldn't laugh at your own jokes.
I know, it's just silly, isn't it? But it was, you know, he was a wee top man, wasn't he? An absolute top man.
Oh, what a player, mate. What a player.
Yeah.
I
just never think of it. I never think of the players, our players anyway, being anything wrong with them at all, other than an injury. You
just recently,
injury.
Just last week, voted into the Scottish Hall of Fame along with Big Colin Steen was Tommy McLean.
Right, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the two thoroughly deserving characters for that. I'll tell you, the two thoroughly deserving characters.
Oh, they've played together a few times, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's the anniversary the day when Big Steen signed for £100,000.
Yeah, I'll not be far off it, that's for sure.
I think I read that somewhere today. Yeah.
All right.
100,000.
What was that? 68?
1960. I actually thought it was 1969 because that's the year I got married, but I was actually sitting in my wife's father, mother and father's house with them when it was announced. But we were only going together at the time, so it was 1968. I was jumping up and down like a lunatic.
Right.
Black and white telly.
It was I think I was trying to get a rusk.
Aye, right.
1968. My mother wasn't even born in 1968.
What
does that mean?
My mum wasn't even born in 1968.
You leave your mother out to us. Your mother's all right.
Terrible bringing your mother in. Why you bring your mother into a conversation here? Shocker.
Lovely lady, his mom, isn't she, Fox?
I've never met her.
Fine lady.
At least you're honest, Fox.
It's him you've got to watch. Start talking named Fox.
Smoothie.
Oh, it used to be I'll carry your homework, then it's I'll carry your messages. He's a Fox.
No, it's I'll push your wheelchair.
Brilliant.
Put me off there, Fox. That was good.
I just picture that, by the way. Don't need your motor new head. Switch it off and I'll push.
Is it uphill or downhill, Fox?
Oh boy.
Oh, I'd need to be downhill. I couldn't push MD up the hill. No chance.
Right. It'd be great to hear people's thoughts last night. Were we going overboard? Was that as good a performance? I know the opposition's different, but 4-0 going on. Let's be honest, 7 or 8. The other team, did they have an definite goal start?
Aye, they had the post.
They had two in the full game, and one of them hit the post. But I mean, they never had anything at all that really troubled us. I can't really remember. I mean, very much the same as the Aberdeen game at home. Big Golson was making tackles in there, Hoff and things like that. They just couldn't get out. But again, guys, I think, we got a goal fairly early on in the game. And I think, we expect these performances. Rangers fans expect these performances. But I don't think we quite realise how hard it is to beat these blocks that teams put up. So see these early goals, they definitely help because teams just crumble. And if you go ahead and you get the second goal, you see what can happen. You end up getting your third and your fourth, and the sky's the limit after that, really. It's on us to score as many goals as we possibly can. But I think early goals are so important in the game, and I just think we shut them out and we were squeezing them at absolutely everything. Anytime they had the ball, they couldn't get out at all. And I think that's what we need to do every single game. But it's a hard pressure to keep. It's a hard pace to push consistently for 90 minutes every single week, maybe even 2-3 times a week, because that's obviously the way the schedule's gone now. So it's a hard pace to push, but when you do it and it pulls off, that's what ends up happening. Teams can't handle the pressure.
That was my third game in 6 days, Fox.
Aye, it's a tight schedule at the moment, and it'll go on like that for another few weeks yet. I think we dodged a potential banana skin last night, mate. There's quite a few people thought that could be quite a trying time. We haven't been brilliant on the road so far this season. I'd say that was our best performance on the road. So, it was very satisfactory the way we played.
Can I agree with you, Fox? I think that every single pundit and reporter and scribe, if you want to call them that, in Scotland thought that was a banana skin for Rangers, and they hoped so as well. I'll tell you, that's the truth. That's the truth. So yeah, I think we're under no illusions. We saw it. A big tough team, but well done, our players. Well done. Well, really, really well done in that.
And the 3 substitutes came on last night. I thought Halliday done okay, and it was great to see Jamie Murphy try to take people on, twisting and turning. In his cameo, and obviously Jermaine Defoe was disappointed that he was on and never scored 2 goals. Startup.
He'll be kicking himself thinking, how did I not manage to get a couple of goals in that game? Because he just expects that at himself, doesn't he? At least 1 goal in the 15 minutes he was on or whatever. But I was impressed to see Jamie Murphy back. It is good to see him back because at one point he was an important player for us. He was the driving force up front and things like that. When things weren't really gone right for Alfredo, obviously he just moved to the club and things like that. And Jamie Murphy was really the only person that was showing us a bit of dig at times. Back in the old dark days, even on Murray, when you think back now to Pedro Lorette and things like that, it all seems pretty dark. Just seems like a different Rangers team. But I'm glad he's back in the fold. And Andy Halliday, he come on and he done a job, mate. I think he'll just see out his contract this year, though. I don't think we'll see Andy Halliday after the summer.
After that bit of skill last night, remember he threw the ball back between the 2 defenders. I think Andy was as shocked as we were when he still gave the ball in.
That's what I mean.
I thought he looked confident on the ball when he came on. I thought he showed up pretty well, Andy Halliday, last night.
Yeah, I think he didn't do himself any damage, did he? He came on, he did what was necessary. Look, by the time he came on, the game was, shall we say, won. So it's easier for the guys to perform. But I don't think he does anything different when he comes on, tough or no tough. I think he gets stuck in. I don't think he'll ever let you down. I wouldn't be surprised. I said this before. Wouldn't be surprised if Andy Halliday got a wee extension. I don't mean a 4-year thing, but he might get another wee extension just to see us over the hump. That's all. And until such times, if we get some more money and we lift the levels up a bit, it's when we lift the levels up you'll see people like Andy Halliday falling out, and natural what do you call it? Natural wastage will happen. That's what I think.
So Andy Halliday came on last night there and didn't look out of place, Fox.
No, not at all.
Andy Halliday's a better player than he's been given credit for.
Aye, I think he's improved under Steven Gerrard as well.
He might be a casualty, as Bridge says, but I'll tell you what, he'll go with everybody's best wishes, and I just hope he's going with a league winners medal stardom.
Aye, 100%, mate. I mean, I wasn't dissing on him there or anything like that.
No,
it would go with my best wishes 100%. I just think, even if you were to compare this season to last season, he's really been less than a bit part player for us this year so far. Whereas, you know, he got his European appearances and things like that last year. We've seen Gerrard with him after the Ufa game, the celebrations and things like that. I don't know. I feel as if we've upped our quality, and unfortunately, I just don't think Andy Halliday's going to cut it, mate. I think we will eventually get a replacement left back for Borna Barisic, and that'll be him kind of doing the pecking order, because I believe that's really the only place he can play. The midfield's stacked, you know. He's no a midfield player in that team, you know. He wouldn't get a sniff at it. So I just believe it'll be time for him to move on in the summer. But I'm happy every minute he gets in a Rangers jersey. I know it means the world to him and things like that, and he never looked out of place for 1 minute. But I just feel as if maybe we're going in a different direction now, and it'll be time for players like Andy Halliday to kind of move on in the summer.
If I could write the script, mate, it would be Andy Halliday go once he's 55.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
I would take that.
That's pretty cool.
I would take that.
Cool. Doesn't matter if he's leaving us or no. That would just. There's just something about Andy that's likeable, Fox, isn't there?
Aye, he's a better.
What age is he now? What age is he now then, Fox? What age is he? He must be 27, 28.
Aye, the reckon he is about that age.
You know, when he gets to the summer, that'll be 5 years he's been with us.
That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? He's seen us through he's seen us through. Okay. What's his name? The wee fella. Oh God Almighty! Was it St Johnson now? Oh, what was the wee boy's name? The wee smart problems. Jason Holt. That was it. Came at the same time as him. I liked Halliday. I thought Halliday did a good job for us. There was times when he. Just the club, the quality's getting up to. That's a good thing. Absolutely. And he has stuck with it, and he buckled down and got himself back in the first team squad. So fair play him.
I think Andy Halliday, mate, when he came in for his Ox, I think he was the beginning of getting the actual kind of true blues back. Folk that had blue in their blood, folk that would die for the club and things like that. Folk that were willing to go in their sword for the club. He was the beginning of that kind of generation of proper Rangers boys coming back to the club. Folk that were willing to just go about their business and be professional, as long as it was positive for the club. So fair play to Andy Halliday for that, 100%.
Yeah. Jamie Murphy, another good Blue Rose. He done a turn last night, and I said it last night on the show. I was really pleased when I seen that, showing that for me he's over his injury, but just still no match sharp. Bridgeman? Yeah, I was delighted to see him coming on, and we I think every single person was really happy when he signed for us. And my goodness gracious, when we saw him going down up at Kilmarnock on that pitch, and I think that Clubfoot was involved in that as well. I think he gave him a wee push and a wee nudge that caused him to fall the way he did. However, really, really delighted to see him back, and I hope it's going to be a long time before he's shall we say, carrying any injuries or anything like that. We don't want anything like that. So let's go and do it. Keep playing. It might be. I think it'll be probably past Christmas before you actually see him getting a full game. To be honest. Probably turn the next year. I'll probably be it. But I really do hope he does it, because he's a smashing player. Really like him. I love it when he runs across the pitch. If he gets fit, mate, it's a positive for the squad. Absolutely. Very experienced player and very tricky, very quick. And I love the way he runs across the box. Amazing stuff. Fox?
Long battle back for injury for Jamie Murphy. I think it's took him longer than he thought, but he'll get there. A couple of cameos like he had last night get him slowly but surely back up to match fitness, and hopefully we see him playing a a lot more in games before the end of the season.
Stardom.
Aye, he's the long road back, mate. I'm just happy to see him at the point now where he's getting minutes under his belt. I actually noticed a wee turn and all. And I think it was Conor Golson that played a long pass downfield to him, and I think he was offside, but he went to try and finish it anyway, and he was quite unlucky with it. So he'll get there, mate. But it'd be interesting to see after the breakouts. I mean, where would he rank in the wingers at the club now? Fully match fit Jamie Murphy. It'd be interesting to hear what everybody's opinion was in that.
Possibly Ryan Kent will be in front of him, mate. I don't know, maybe even Jordan Jones when he comes back. It'll be interesting to see. They're different types of players. Ryan Kent seems to be comfortable on the ball, take people on. Jamie Murphy's slightly the same, but a wee bit more direct. And of course, Jones is quite explosive with pace. So there are three different types of players for me. But obviously the top man will be the £7 million man we paid all that money for. He must get first top billing for me.
David Lindsay in the lobby's put in there. Maybe Ojo scored a goal for 55. Scored a goal for 55. I don't care, Davey. I really don't care.
You know, I think that if Ojo if he continues in improvement, then it'll be really good. He'll done a good job for the Rangers. I don't know if Rangers would ever try to get and buy him. I said a couple of months ago when he was playing really well, I thought that for me, I thought if he was offered for $1 million, I would take him. But he needs to get himself back up to that. He's slowly getting there. I don't know whether Rangers would go for him. For me, as things stand at the moment, I'd rather have a fit Jamie Murphy, to be honest.
Anyway, lads, get yourself a mute, and I think Fox is going to give us a song.
No, it's not my choice tonight. It's the Old School Blues.
Oh, no.
Follow Rangers everywhere, anywhere, we will follow on. Follow, we will follow Rangers. If they go to Dublin, we will follow on. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers. No, not one. No, not one. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers. No, not one. No, not one. Some folk know all about their sorrows. We will fight till the day is done. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers. No, not one. No, not one. Follow, we will follow Rangers. Up the stairs, down the stairs, we will follow on. Follow, we will follow Rangers. If they go to Dublin, we will follow on. Follow, we will follow Rangers. Everywhere, anywhere, we will follow on. Follow, we will follow Rangers. If they go to Dublin, we will follow on.
Well, I've got to say, Old School Blue, you surpassed yourself in it. That was a classic.
It's a cracker. Anywhere
I don't-
we will follow.
I don't think it was a modern track, Fox, but it was good.
1960s, mate. 1960s.
Oh, they went
Wow.
before that. They went earlier than that. What would you have done? Went for Stardog
Oh.
there?
40s or something.
I'd have went with that, mate. I wouldn't have went happy
Aye.
against that.
Up the stair, down the stair. That was different.
No bad language and no songs. That's it.
I would have went for the 50s on that one, personally.
You go for the 50s for everything.
Right,
Of
I'm
course.
getting Terry will let me know.
Are we getting a message, are we? That'll be all right.
1961. No, Fox was right again.
1961. There you go, Stardog. Yeah.
Learn something new every day. It was certainly different.
You certainly do up the stairs, down the stairs.
Oh, wow.
Where were we? Where were we? Jamie Murphy.
Sang by a guy called Buddy Logan.
Buddy Logan.
Aye, he came for party. Do you know him?
Oh.
Well, there
No.
you go.
No, 19...
Buddy Logan to party. You must be kidding on.
No, 1961 or never. Well, with Jamie Murphy, aye. Good to see him back. 14 men used. Nice victory. The manager should be complimented along with the assistant manager for preparing the team. Going about their business, Fox would be quick enough to criticise, but I think they're due a bit of praise.
Well, the truth is, the manager stated he knew how Ross County played, but according to the pre-match interview with the Ross County manager, or managers, there's two of them actually, they tried a new formation, 3-5-2 last night, and whatever happened, it worked out better for us than it did Ross County.
For me, play like that, no matter how the team's set up, Stardog, yeah?
No, definitely no, mate. I think we were very attack-minded last week. We spoke about it, the midfielders turning and just running at the defence and how confused that. They didn't know what to do. It's just hard, mate. I mentioned it earlier on in the show. It's hard to keep that pace and that tempo every week. But even just starting the first 40 minutes like that, 45 minutes like that, and getting your couple of goals and then seeing the game out and things like that, it wouldn't do us any harm just to start with that tempo every week. But like I said, it's such a hard pace to keep making a game. And you're not going to get that early goal all the time either, but it really, really does help. I honestly swear by it. Getting that early goal, it just deflates teams. Whereas if you get to the 60th minute and they've still managed to block you, they start to build hope for that, and maybe we start to get a bit deflated, the fans start to get on the team's back and things like that. So for me, the first 20 minutes of every game are important, and any game this season that we've not started well in the first 20 minutes, we've not got the 3 points and we've not got the result we've been looking for in the game. Because I think we started very slow in the Old Firm. Well, I didn't think we started at all in the Old Firm, to be honest with you. And I think in the Hearts game there a couple of weeks ago, I don't think we started the game. I thought we started the game terribly as well.
Young man's right, Bridgeman.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. I think even last night, we have to be perfectly honest with ourselves. We didn't look 100% in the first 20 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. It took us a wee while to get into that. Even although they weren't causing us too much bother, it just took us a wee while to get our passing game going. And once we get past the 20-minute mark, it was all guns blazing, looking really good. And the last time we played Hearts, we had a similar problem. We couldn't get our passing game going, but it lasted a lot longer than 20 minutes, truth be told. So this Sunday, got it to do. Got to make sure we're up, front foot, and right into them. Wallop at them.
Pops, have you got Ryan Jack's interview for you last night after the game by any chance?
I'll have a look for it for you.
You don't mind. I'd like to hear from Ryan. I mean, he's very level-headed, but I think when you play that well in any game, I'd like to hear from you. I think the management team take a lot of credit, Stardug. There's obviously a good group of players there who have got a winning mentality, who just need to be taken to the next level. And by the way, Wes Foderingham coming in, we've never heard a bad. He's never moaned, he's never complained once, has he?
No, he's always come in and done his job, mate. And by the way, I think he's an absolutely fantastic backup goalkeeper for McGregor. A very, very good shot stopper. As Wes Foderingham for me. So I'm more than delighted for him to be the second goalkeeper. But what you're saying about the squad mentality and things like that, see, I know we're no Liverpool, but I look at what Klopp's done down there with Liverpool and I see similarities. If you look at Mane, Firmino, Van Dijk, Salah, even Henderson's the captain, things like that. These players were never world beaters when they played elsewhere. But under that management team, under that set-up and at that club that means so much to so many folk round about the world, they get it right and they're prepared to run through a brick wall as a team for that manager. And I think that's what we've got as a squad. I don't think we've got world beaters in our squad, single-handed players. But I think as a squad, when we get it right, I think in that league that we're in now, we'll be unplayable if we keep playing like that. And I think it's just the squad, mate. They're determined to run through brick walls for Gerrard.
I think we've said it before as well, Stardug. You need the nucleus of your team to be actually playing well. So if you've got 5 or 6 or 7, probably, but it may be better. If you've got 7 players that are really playing well, they can take the weight while the others get on their feet. Because sometimes it's quite difficult to get everybody ticking at one time, And that's what's happening at Liverpool. As you say, they're no world beaters, but my goodness gracious, when they all get together and you've got that, remember it is whatever's giving them the drive. When that drive goes, my God, they can all play football.
I just think Bridge as a team they're just determined to win for Klopp because Klopp believes in them all and he's just there for them constantly. And I feel like Gerrard's gone in that direction. And see all the players I just mentioned, you could go right through that full team and tell me, and none of the players had ever won anything before they joined Liverpool. So it's not as if they were huge money signings that had already won Champions Leagues and things like that. As a team, they've all done this together. Do you know what I mean? And I believe that's the kind of direction we're going. No on as big a scale. I'm not saying we're going to be kings of Europe and things like that, but I believe in the league that's the direction we're going. We've got a full squad. They all know. They're just sitting there and they're listening to Gerrard. They're nodding their heads. They know what needs to be done over the course of a season, and they're all going to play their individual parts. And I think we're starting to see that already. Like Greg Stewart coming in, things like that I've already mentioned. And it can only be good for the team moving forward if everybody's prepared to run through a brick wall for the club.
I think good managers keep it simple, mate. And I think
definitely
they keep it simple,
Yeah, definitely.
It's not a complicated game. Once you start overcomplicating it, I think that you get a message, you get a shape, you get a rhythm, you get people in positions, roles you want them to do for you, and they know what they've got to do. It's clear and concise, and I think that's what's happened with Stevie G. And the players seem to respect him.
Aye, definitely. And I think if you were to look at the squad over a whole this year, everybody has had a fair shout this year. Everybody has had their fair chances and things like that. So, I mean, like I say, it can only be good for the squad moving forward. Stevie G likes to rotate. And like Fox said earlier on the show, he seems to get it right more often than not. So we don't criticise him too much for it because it does work when we're all there and we all click like games like last night, mate. So long may it continue. We just need to keep this mentality going. No matter who's playing in the team, we need to know that we're good enough to go and destroy teams the way we destroyed them last night. The weather as well wouldn't have helped us last night. I know Bridge was saying the odds were against us. Folk were thinking that was going to be a banana skin. I heard folks saying the exact same thing, but the weather as well, it did not help, and we were up for it. I thought physically we were up for it as well. I thought Joe Aribo and Glenn Kamara, they picked themselves a bit the part well. Their passing and things like that were good. Joe Aribo was creative outside the box, but I thought physically winning the ball back and things like that, we've seen a lot of different sides to their games last night, and that's what we need to see more often for the two of them.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Ryan Jack can applaud it, and I think I read in some of the media Stevie G was calling him Mini Me. So let's hear from Mini Me. Ryan Jack, man of the match.
Ryan, you know how tough a place this is to come. Just how pleased are you with that performance tonight?
Yeah, obviously very pleased. I think coming here tonight, the main thing that we spoke about and worked on was off the ball and how we can affect the game off the ball, because we know that we're a good side when we have it. So I thought we done that brilliantly tonight, and that's what got us the points.
We obviously saw some fantastic play from the team tonight. Does that really just show the level of player that you have here?
Yeah, we've got a strong squad, and I think we work on that every day in training, that keeping the ball in tight areas and playing our way out of tight areas, and everyone giving angles for each other. So it's no real surprise, but I think just grateful that everyone came off for us tonight.
You often say that you want to add more goals to your game. From that perspective, how pleasing to get not just one but two tonight?
Yeah, obviously I'm delighted with that. I think over the season, if you're going to be successful, everyone's going to have to contribute, and tonight I'm just delighted that I managed to contribute to the team and help the team, and I'm sure going forward that we're going to need more nights like this.
And both from outside the box as well tonight. Is that something you've been working on?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I work on it every day, but I think we definitely get encouraged by the manager and the staff to shoot more if we do get round at the edge of the box, and thankfully for me tonight that 2 went in.
You obviously just played an hour tonight. Is that precautionary with Sunday in mind?
I don't actually know, to be honest. I think just maybe the game was done, and the manager just said to me that there's no point in taking any risks. We've got a couple of big weeks coming up. So no, look, the manager makes decisions, and I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that, and move on to Sunday now.
And on Sunday, reaching the final is something that nobody's really in the group's managed to do here at Rangers. How much are you looking forward to that challenge and hopefully doing that?
Yeah, I think for us, we've just got to treat it like any other game, and we're in good form at the minute. So I think we just want to keep that going, and Sunday's no different. It'll be another tough test, a different test, but we're looking forward to getting the club into a cup final.
And just finally, a word for the supporters tonight coming away up here, freezing cold night, and terrific backing from them.
Yeah, it's nothing that we're not like we expect that. We know that the crowd are with us everywhere we go, and no different tonight. They're out on a freezing cold night, travelled a long way, so the players and the staff really appreciate that, and hopefully we can be successful this season for them.
As a young man, has Ryan Jack grown into your club?
Wow. What a lovely speaker, eh?
Aye.
Says all the right things. Captain stuff, that's the kind of captain should speak. Without going mental.
But in captain's not too bad near us, so...
Oh, of course not. I'm just saying, that's brilliant. It was absolutely superb. Brilliant.
Has he grown into the club box?
Aye. A lot of people thought he would be a bit player at Ibrox, but under Steven Gerrard, he's transformed him. His all-round play is terrific. His movement off the ball, his determination in winning the tackle. Good all-round midfielder he's turned out to be, and pivotal to the way Rangers play.
See that bit when you said about mini-me, Oxchair?
Aye.
There's a wee snippet when he's coming out the tunnel. I'm talking about Gerrard, and he's got the Ranger strip on for the what do you call it, the friendly. And he says, "Who's this Ryan Jack anyway?" You know, he actually said that. I think that's the mini me part of come out. You know, walking out to Ibrox, who's that Ryan Jack? He's wearing the number 8, like, you know. Brilliant to see.
I just think that, I mean, when McAllister and Gerrard are pulling you aside at one training, start talking, they're saying, look, when you get an the edge of the box, that's just what you've got to try and do. Get yourself off a dozen goals a season. Off a dozen goals for that position just helps the team so much.
100%. And Ryan Jack said it himself, mate. I mean, I think if they're going to be successful in the league this year, everybody's going to have to play their part and chip in with the goals. But I mean, we know Gary McAllister and Stevie Gerrard, they didn't score tap-ins, did they? They like to strike outside the box, so you would think they would be encouraging all the players to shoot on sight. Basically, as soon as they even get a sniff of a chance, you would be expecting they to, as your coaching staff, to be encouraging the boys to shoot and to be practising it more often than not as well, because we all know what they could do. Like I say, they didn't score tap-ins, they too, so I would be expecting us to score more outside the box. I think I said that last season as well, mate, because it's something we never done enough of last year.
I agree, mate. I agree. I just at times I just still like to get more bodies in the box in midfield when we're attacking, mate.
We did last night.
We did last night, but I was just saying that's just been at times a criticism, even against Motherwell. Sunday night, I thought times we didn't get enough players in the box. Makes it hard for the wide men to pick anybody out.
Right, and I think we were unsuccessful in the first half due to Jermaine Defoe and the physical battle and things like that as well. I think looking back in the Motherwell game and last night's game, you would think we were at home last night and we were away against Motherwell, the way the team was set up. I thought Fox was spot on there. I think we did get in the box last night. I think Joe Aribo was passing and moving. Glenn Kamara was getting in about the box, and obviously Ryan Jack, he got his 2 goals as well, mate. So I mean, I don't know how we can play like that every week. I don't know if the formation we usually set up every week's a bit more different, or whether he's encouraged them for a specific game to, go forward, and Ryan Jack's maybe kind of sitting back a tiny wee bit more. But I wouldn't have said any of the 3 of them were playing a defensive role last night, mate. I thought all 3 of them made themselves available in the box through the time they were on the park.
Most defensive midfielder got the 2 goals, mate.
Aye, that's what I'm saying, and even at that, it wasn't sitting deep or nothing. I mean, Conor Golson was making tackles in the Ross County Half. They just couldn't get out at some points in the game. So, like I say, I don't know why we can't play like that every game.
It must be quite baffling if you're the manager and the assistant manager. We go and we play Hearts away from home, and we don't spark at all hardly. And yet we come to, it was a wee tight ground, is that? And we're up here at Ross County, and it's a wee tight ground again, and we're just outstanding at times, just outstanding. So it must be baffling. What do we have to do?
Aye, well, that's football, mate. If the favourites win every week, we'd all be millionaires, mate.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to make sure we don't have any more slip-ups like Hearts, but I'm sure there'll be some bumps in the road. It's not going to be up plain sailing between now and May, Fox,
Not at all. You can go out there with the best laid plans and they don't work for you. Last night everything clicked into place and we were devastating for me. We were talking about people getting into the box. Remember Joe Aribo smacked one off the post as well. So all the midfield really contributed to getting us into attacking positions and then following up and getting into the box. I thought the midfield for me last night was tremendous.
Yeah. Listen, it'd be great to hear some people's thoughts. Stardog, wouldn't it? What's the number?
100%, mate. We need to get some folk to phone in. The number is 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. You'll be brought in by Old School Blue and you can talk to Fox and Bridgeman Stardog. No one of them, but the 2 of them.
Right, double whammy tonight. He's us blessed.
Don't be saying that. Come on.
Sorry. Excuse my language.
Oh, Stardog, shocker.
I walked into that end, didn't I?
You see how Fox just pounced on you straight away there, pal?
Well, that'll be me getting hate mail instead of fan mail.
Oh, boy.
Fox pounced on you there like a ninja.
A ninja warrior.
That's the fastest I've ever seen you move, Fox.
Oh, wait till you see him when it's happy hour.
Oh.
Brilliant, just brilliant.
You went back into reply, Mr. Fox?
No, I'm not. No. He's had enough of doing. Enough of doing there. Just leave him alone.
I deserve that, Ian.
Anyone, everyone.
I think we all Hearts won anyway at the weekend. You don't agree, guys? I don't
know where them losing Levine, whether somebody will come in and stir them up. It might not just be as easy as we're all thinking it is, I'm not saying they'll get a new manager bounce or anything like that, but it sometimes pulls groups of players together that haven't been playing well, and maybe they'll put up a spirited challenge, but we should take care of them on Sunday.
Can I just say something on here, Ox? There's something was come out on follow. I think I said to you there was something about it. It's about this sectarian and racist chanting could lead to abandonments.
We'll leave that one alone, mate.
Okay.
We'll keep that for the future. When it's got him and legs to run that story, mate, and there's more to come, mate. But just
I'm just saying it's in follow. That was all. Just in case you wanted to see it.
Our supporters are getting smarter and smarter, mate, and hopefully the penny will drop eventually. We're in. We've just got to be smart, and maybe look to change some of the tunes. That's all I'm saying. Because then we'll not have an issue. There'll only be one team have an issue, Stardugger.
That's true, mate, but at the end of the day, we've got a league to win. We can't be focusing on these stupid things, you know what I mean? Like you say, mate, this story's probably got arms and legs still to grow and things like that, so we just need to let these stories run, mate, and focus on the business that we need to do on the park, and that all starts on Sunday again. And as you would say, Bridgeman, it's the biggest game of the season coming up on Sunday.
Absolutely, pal. Absolutely. Our biggest game, for sure. Our biggest game. It's the next one. And we've got to win it. We really do have to win this if we're going to do anything to keep us. We need to keep our head up, front foot forward. Let's go chest out and get right into them. Right into them.
If we play, pass the ball, get the ball, we'll win the match. Do you think there'll be any changes to the back four, Fox?
No, I think he's settling for, unless Connor Goldson looked as though he took a couple of wee knocks last night, but hopefully he'll be fit, and I don't see any change to the back four for Sunday whatsoever. I think they've all got a good understanding between them now. We seem to get our offsides pretty well spot on just now as well. The two in the middle are solid without being spectacular. And I think that looks like a settled pairing. And the likes of George Edmondson and Katic will just have to wait and their chance coming.
Stardug?
No, for me, I agree with Fox. I think he'll stick with the same back four. It's a front three, mate, that interests me. You never really know what he's going to do from game to game. There's that many players coming back from injury now as well, with Brandon Barker and Ryan Kent back in the mix. I'm pretty sure Jordan Jones isn't far away, and we've seen Jamie Murphy.
We'll get the front three once we do the midfield.
Right, okay, though.
Read the script. Do you think there'll be any changes to the back four yourself, Bridgeman?
No, I don't think so. I think that I think the way we've been performing since last night, it was just absolutely brilliant. The last game against Hearts, we saw the back four, or some parts of it, struggle a wee bit at times during the game, and that became, shall we say, we became a target because of that. Our defence became a target because of that. We just didn't win enough balls, to be honest.
We lost a bad goal.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. No, everything about it was poor, and we got bullied a wee bit at the back, so we can't afford to get bullied this Sunday. Let's put it that way. So I think the defensive setup we've got now will work fine for us.
We've got the same back four, so we've got the three boys that played last night, plus Stephen Davis, plus maybe Arfield, depending how you set up, pushing for three places. Stardug.
It's all depending on the severity of Steve Davis for me, mate. But
he was on the bench last night. That suggests to me that he was rested rather than injured.
Well, for me, I think he would come straight back into the team then. Ryan Jack's not going to lose his place, and I'm going to say Joe Aribo. I'm going to go controversially with Joe Aribo.
Right,
not controversial, but
Fox went for Kamara. They two, didn't you, Fox?
Aye, I think I'd like to see Kamara be the sitter there, and Davis and Jack looking to get forward and supplying the ammunition to the forwards.
What's your own thinking, Bridgeman?
No, I think Kamara. would be good if Davis can get into the team. I think that'd be a good midfield. I'm not dead sure about keeping Davis. I think Davis does well holding back in defence. I think all three of them can do well in defence, and they might just rotate that during the game, because based on what we saw last night, Ryan Jack likes to have a shot at goal now, so we can't afford Kamara up front and Davis up front and all three midfielders up front. We need one to be doing a wee bit defensive, more defensive minded, should I say? And Kamara can do that, and Stephen Davis goes in. He likes to go back and pick the ball up off the defenders even. So I think all three of them complement each other. That's my thoughts, and I think we'll do very well if we can get them out of the park for sure.
So who's your midfield three?
Davis, Jack, Davis, and Kamara.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to go in the Stardog camp. There you are. Wee bit more positivity there for me. Aribo compared to Glenn Kamara. Stephen Davis will do the job he's doing. Ryan Jack will have the free roll to go wherever he wants and score a hat trick. Stardog, there you go.
Aye, I feel like that would work, mate. Because I feel as if we use the space in the pitch, there's no reason why we can't have Aribo going up into the box and Jack appearing at the edge of the box. Because, like you say, Steve Davis will do his job. He'll mop up whatever he needs to mop up, and Ryan Jack probably will get the free roll. So, if we're presuming he's going to start arriving at the edge of the box and hitting shots, and Joe Aribo has been encouraged to get into the box and things like that, I don't see any reason why we can't go with a more positive approach. It's a bigger pitch. We will have the fitter players. We've got the better technically gifted players. We've just got a better team all over the park, to be honest with you. So there's no reason why we can't go out here and just run them air and get this game out the road and just get into the final.
Aye, fair enough. So then we're on to the front three. Stardog, that was giving you problems, mate.
Aye, I just feel with Greg Stewart's recent performances, he's no looked out of place at all. I think he's really done a good job for us when he's come in. He's been effective on the right hand side, more so than Shea Ojo. I think Shea Ojo's played better in the left hand side, and we don't know what's going to happen. Was Ryan Kent on the bench last night, Ox?
No. Right,
so we don't know what's going to happen with Ryan Kent. So Shea Ojo played good last night for me in the left hand side. But it's really hard for me. I don't know, because Arfield's a big game player as well. So in hindsight, you would go with Arfield, Ojo, and Morelos up front. That would probably be my three if I had to go with that. Because I'm presuming Kent's not going to make it, or maybe he's keeping him for this game. I don't know. It's confusing.
Hopefully, Kent's fit to play on Sunday, Fox.
Aye, hopefully. We don't know where he stands with his injury at the moment. He was definitely feeling the back of his legs, as I said, in the game on Sunday. So for me, he could be a doubt for Sunday. Who would I like to see in his place? I wouldn't mind sticking Joe Aribo up there, mate, to be honest with you. He can run at defenders and beat defenders as well. He's quick to cover the ground. But in probability, if Kent doesn't make it, the manager will plonk for Ojo, mate.
Aye, and what about on the right? Who's going for on the right?
Well, he's stuck by Arfield for most of the season. I don't see much change there. And Morelos up top.
All right. So we're assuming Kent's fit, first of all, Bridgeman?
If Kent's fit, he's in my team. I think I would start with, my personal opinion, Arfield, Morelos, and Kent. If he isn't, if Kent is not fit, then like Fox, I would put Aribo out there. Although I wouldn't necessarily want Aribo to play wide. I'd like him more in the inside left position. I liked what I saw last night. Really liked it.
Aye, I mean, Port Bear sent me his team, and it's identical to yours, Fox. He's not got Kent. Aye, he's got Aribo. He's got Aribo in there. Well, he's got Kent, Aribo. He's not got Arfield in it. people are saying that Arfield's quiet and he's not been involved, and I don't think his form's as hot as it was. And if you think back to the end of last season, before he went away on international duty, but at half time, the boy Robertson, the ex-Hearts player, he was singing his praises. It just shows you how people see the game differently. Bridgeman.
You're on mute, Bridge.
You
Well
take it,
spotted
Paul.
there. Well spotted, guys. Before I started ranting away to myself. No, I think Arfield, the role he's been playing has been slightly deeper. I think he's been slightly deeper, and I don't think it suits him. I think he plays quite well from the wide. To me, playing wide outside right and coming across, he cuts in, picks up the ball, people play off him. He's brilliant with the 1-2s, and if, for instance, in the second half, if they take Morelos off and bring in Defoe, and he works well with Defoe. I've seen him working well with Defoe. Let's put it that way. So I'd be happy with that. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Arfield. I think he's a good player for us, but I do think he's been slightly out of position. That's all.
All right, Stardog.
I think he has been quieter than what he was at the tail end of last season in particular, mate, but I still think he's an effective player for us. I think the manager still relies on him as well. He's been there consistently for us. He's consistent, but I still feel that he maybe just needs a couple of weeks out, mate. So, I mean, if Ryan Kent is fit, I would just put Ojo on the left, or on the right, sorry, or maybe even Greg Stewart. Arfield's, I don't know, I feel as if he needs a break, definitely.
All right. It's whether Arfield can, and if he can play these next 3 games constantly. Maybe no for me. He might need a big performance off him against Porto, so that make me bring in Greg Stewart. But if Kent's fit, it's all have spots of babies. But Greg Stewart, Morelos, and Kent. Arfield maybe getting a rest, who you come on and help change it, keep them fresh for Thursday. Anyway, talking about people who are fresh, we'll be joined by George. Evening, George.
How's all doing, boys? All right?
Hi, George.
All right, mate. I'm
Right, George.
really pleased with that performance last night, mate.
I was Ox. I was. I mean, I'm delighted with I heard Bridgeman saying it's a take me place to go. It could have went anyway, and of course we can go anyway. But me being greedy, I wanted that wee extra goal. I think we could have done that. Ox, and that's the position we're probably in now. Now we can actually say, Ken, we could have went for an extra 1 or 2. But hey, we're a few games we've not played great, Ox, and we're actually where we are in the league, a goal or 2 behind the leader. So it's all looking good for us, Ox, and I was delighted with how we played last night. I thought Ryan Jack was outstanding, and I thought Alfredo was brilliant as well. But what you were saying there, Ox, I mean, a lot of people, I think they skirt about the issue a wee bit. Ox, and somebody who said there, Arfield's been quiet. I think Arfield's been quite poor, and I kind of look at folk who have got to jump in there and say, how's he been poor? Well, I don't think he's done the job that we've actually put him in there today. And a lot of the times when he's came off or he's came on to the games, I've actually turned around and said to the person beside me, we've either got better and when he's came on or he's went off. Ox, I think I kind of look at people saying he's played a lot of football and things like that. Maybe he has played a lot of football, but I think we maybe make a wee excuse for the guy as well. I think we've got a good midfield, and I think a lot of people always seem to put him in the midfield, but for me, I would leave him out for a wee while, Ox, and give other guys a chance, because I don't think he's making a big contribution for the team, Ox.
The problem we've got is the manager sees it slightly different for us as supporters sometimes, mate, and as I said last night, I was shocked at half time where the boy Robertson, the ex-Hearts player, was singing Arfield's praises. I didn't think anybody in our team was bad last night, but I thought Arfield was one of the quieter ones, even though he was involved in, I think, the first 2 goals, or maybe 2 of the first 3 goals. But he's got a lot of positive things to his game, but sometimes when he doesn't, he's no seen, he just disappears completely, which we've seen at this time last season. Then he bounced on you again at the back end of last year. It's just where we are, George. We just want everybody to be firing on all cylinders, mate.
That's probably right what you're saying. You're probably right. A lot of people have had a wee pop at certain players and things like that, and I think he always gets away with the he's fatigued, he's a bit knackered, he's running on empty and things like that. I think he gets away with that a wee bit. When a lot of the time I think he's just not contributing to the team. When you look at Kamara, Aribo, Jack, Davis, all these guys are doing their bits and doing different things. You know, Ken, what you're saying there about being involved in 2 of the 3 goals last night, but I still just expect that a wee bit more from Ox. I expected him to come in and be the driving force, basically the driving force that Ryan Jack's been for us. That's what I expected him to be, Ox, and it's just never ever really came. I can he's had a few good games for us and that, but if it means I'm sitting on the bench for a few weeks and getting the bench. But hey, Ox, I'm being overhanging here because we're talking about all these great players we've had last night and how good a performance we've had. And we've played poor in a couple of games, but we've actually, we're in the league and we're in the Europa League and things like that. I'm just picking up him because I think a lot of people say he's fatigued a wee bit, Ox, and maybe it is time for him just to sit on the bench for a wee while and give the other guys a chance. It's not as if I've not got the squad for it, Ox, is my point.
Fox?
I tend to think us as supporters follow the ball when we're watching the game, and I think he does a lot of unselfish running. I think he drags defenders out of position, and I think his presence in the box probably allows more room for Alfie. The manager obviously sees what he does and he appreciates it. Us as supporters think his form's not been that great this season. I think his first touches seems to have deserted him. But it's the other parts of the game that we don't see is probably what the manager sees. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes it's funny, George, that some of the pros and management see games differently. There's good guys to play with who you don't know till you're maybe next to them in the trenches. You know, watching, you don't notice it.
That's right. A lot of the time it's off the ball play and things like that. Ox. And I think maybe if I'm being perfectly honest, I mean you go through the team now. I think we're actually flying, and I know I've dropped a couple of points and things like that, Ox. Maybe we shouldn't have. So we're not beating everybody, but I think we're playing good football, looking good defence. Alfie's setting the place alight. Defoe's doing the same, and our midfield are just getting unstoppable sometimes. Because last night somebody said to me the day at work, they said I think Ross County had the bus parked. I didn't think they did. I think we just pinned them in, and after we went 3-4, nothing, I thought it could be any we wanted to be here. So that's why I thought we took the pressure off them. But no, I'm delighted with how we're actually playing. If we can only, me personally, I can only moan about 1 or 2 guys that's not actually playing how I want them to play the new. So I'm delighted how it's going in New York summer.
Just a question for you, George. When Ryan Jack signed for us back in the Kachina days when he came in, did you think he'd have been kicked on to be such a player for us?
No, I don't think anybody possibly could. Ox. I think at that time what Ryan Jack's level was probably about the level we were actually at, and I think he was coming in and maybe people were thinking he wasn't going to improve what we actually had, Ox. But I think he's improved himself as well. In his time at Ibrox, I think we've got a cracking player on our hands last night. When you heard the boys saying, "I've never picked a man of the match at half time," I'd literally just said that man in the group chats. I thought he was absolutely outstanding last night, and that's gone for a few year boys, Ox. I mean, we were all having a wee gripe at the start of the season about not having a left back, and all of a sudden we've found a left back. The guy's got a wee chance to settle and things like that. And our captain, for example, our captain isn't the best defender in the world, but we need to get behind him and give him all the support. Because if we're going to go for 55, we need every single one. You just said the Trenchy, we need every single one of these guys. And it's guys like Tavernier and Ryan Jack and all these guys have got to actually get us out of the line here. So for me, I'm delighted with how our full team's going, and completely surprised by Ryan Jack.
Aye, fair comment, George. Aye, I'm really delighted with it. Everything that comes for a team comes for the manager for me, and he's set up the way he does everything. He doesn't panic, so you don't see the team panicking. We play cool with cool heads, and that's the way the manager is. Bridgman.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's correct. And George is right too. I must admit though, when we brought Ryan Jack, I thought we brought a star. He was an Aberdeen captain, and we just wanted him to stick in. But each time, I'm afraid, each time we played Aberdeen, they were after him, and with venom. I mean the players on the park, to be honest, and he got a couple of wee knocks and injuries. But seriously, from
he's having a last laugh, isn't he?
Absolutely. I'm saying from then to now, when you watch his performance just last night, my goodness gracious, he's. I would suggest if he's not he's probably one of the best midfielders, certainly in Scotland for sure. And if I mean this in all sincerity, if Ryan Jack wants to play for Scotland, that's the performances he has to put in. But sadly for me, no matter how good the boy's going to be, if he goes and plays for Scotland, he's going to get booed. And for any support to boo a player with that set of skills that he's got and the way he plays, nothing short of disgraceful. But I don't want to go down that road anymore. I just wanted to get my point on that. Ryan Jack, marvellous player. Wonderful performance from last night. Well done. 2 great goals as well. Can't beat it.
Fox?
I think the sign with Ryan Jack is he always looks as though he's got tons of time in the ball, and good players do that. They find time to handle the ball when they're in charge of it, and I think he's just improved so much under Steven Gerrard. I think he sees the game differently. When he used to, it was all blood and thunder with Ryan Jack, and now he's more relaxed. As I say, he looks as though, like Steve Davis, they always seem to have tons of time to deal with the ball, and that's his big improvement. I think he sees the game differently, and he's got the confidence now to take the ball, accept the ball, and he beats men, he finds people with good passes, and now he's starting to score goals. Long may it continue.
Yeah, Stardog.
I never ever watched Ryan Jack when he was at Aberdeen, things like that. But I thought when he came into Rangers and at the time and he'd come into Rangers, I thought, the jersey was really anybody's in the centre of the park to make theirs. Do you know what I mean? Anybody that come in and put on any sort of half decent display. And I think Ryan Jack was unfortunate in his first season. He got injured a couple of times and he overcommitted himself in a couple of challenges, and I think he got a couple of red cards as well in his first season. The second season he was steady for us. He put himself about everywhere in the park, and I think this season he's just totally lifted his game. We're seeing a totally different side to him. He's technically better. He's starting to put the ball in the back of the net now as well, which can only help the team, as we've already spoke about. So I think as a player over the course of 3 seasons, mate, he's progressed massively, definitely. And what Bridgman was saying about the Scotland team, I couldn't care whether he plays for Scotland or not, as long as he keeps doing the business for us. Do you know what I mean? That's all I care about. As long as he keeps putting in the performances for us, whether he goes to the international team or not, I don't even care. I don't even think about it anymore. I really don't. I think he's been a fantastic player for us, and he's going to be such a big key player for us this year if we're going to win anything. He needs to stay fit, 100%.
I mean, he can't be that good, George, because when they're picking the five-a-side team at training, he's always 4th picked out the midfielders. McAllister, Gerrard and Davis get in front of him.
Well, the thing is, see what we're saying here about guys improving. We just spoke about him improving, things like that. I'll be the first to say, see last season when we were talking about bringing in Steve Davis, at the very, very start, I thought to myself, I don't think we're going to get the player that left. I just didn't think, because they hadn't been playing much with Southampton and things like that, Oxen. I wanted somebody to come in just maybe a couple of years younger, and I think all the Rangers fans were saying Steve Davis and things like that. And by the way, I think we've got just as good as Steve Davis has left. He's changed his game. You talk about him making himself loads of space in the ball, and Ryan Jack. I think that's intelligence, and I think that comes from Steve Davis showing Ryan Jack, and possibly Steven Gerrard showing them as well. So even the boy Aribo, I he used to play in the cages in London and things like that. Oxford, it's all about ball attention, but I think his ball attention is absolutely fantastic. Like I keep saying, Ox, I'm not saying we're world beaters, because I can we're no world beaters, but over the last 3 transfer windows, Ox, we built a really, really good squad here. like we say, our captain at 200 grand to our goalkeeper on a free to the boy scoring loads of goals up front for £1 million. So I'll take that all day, Ox. And people keep on saying, don't go back. I'll go back all the time because I'm delighted for where we've actually came from and where we are now, Ox.
I think the manager...
Did a bridge of us?
Oh, right.
Down you go, Fox.
I was just going to say the manager's been smart in how he's handled Ryan Jack, as he does seem to carry a small injury, and as long as Steven Gerrard maintains his own discipline and doesn't risk him when he's feeling the wee odd twinge, just looks after him basically. Because
is that not what he done last night, mate?
Aye, probably aye.
Aye.
And that's the sign of a good manager.
Aye. I mean, the substitutions made perfect sense to me, George, last night.
See the substitution for me, Ox, and you're probably right in saying it was probably managing the squad and things like that. But I think when the guys came off, I think it was to give them a wee bit of, I think it was for the crowd as well, Ox, because we've really played well. We have played well in a lot of games, and that was maybe a criticism last year, Ox, if we're honest. If we're perfectly honest, again, for me it was, I don't think we used the substitutions well last season. I think we're doing it better this season, or is it we've got a better squad and the guys that are coming off the bench are having to make more an impact to try and get back in that first team squad, Ox. Sorry.
Aye, attitude and if you don't do it, you're not getting in the game. You can get dropped. You've got to play. Greg Stewart's been the classic. He was the one that was maybe out in the cold the most and came in and had a couple of reasonable performances and just gave us a wee tap on the shoulder. I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere. But if you
the boy Barker, Ox.
Aye, against Porto, mate. Never seen that coming near, mate. Never seen the boy. The boy had a fine game. I mean, he wasn't a 10 out of 10, but he came in and gave us a good 7, Aye, the manager's getting a lot right, mate. And put on the way he conducts himself. Put on the football we're actually watching. When we actually get to play a football game, George. No, everybody behind the ball,
Well, I don't think it was that last night, Ox. A couple of folks said to me today.
Oh, they played a 3-5-2 and tried to open up. We were just too good for them, mate.
I think we pinned them back, Ox. I really do believe we pinned them back. I think it happened in the Aberdeen game and the Hamilton game as well. I think Hamilton tried to shut up shop and we were that quick out the blocks. I think if we do that, Ox, I think that's where I think Daribo said that in his after-match interview last night. If we go off the blocks, Ox, and start pounding people, I think they've got to find it hard to come back into things. So I think that's maybe going to have to be our attitude to attacking teams, Ox, because I think our midfield's really capable of
that. Aye. As I said, George, I really enjoyed the Porto game. I enjoyed the Motherwell result because I think that's the kind of games that can win you the league. But I enjoyed the performance last night. I thought from start to finish, we played some nice stuff. Overkill in the last 20 minutes, too many passes, not enough efforts in goal. But that's splitting hairs really with the 90 minutes performance. Stardom.
Aye, 100%, mate. We're not going to get the performances every single week, but it's brilliant to see so it is when these performances do come around. I 100% agree with you, Ox. The Porto game was a brilliant game for us. That gave us a great confidence booster. And that Motherwell game, something's just spurred us on to go ahead and get the 3 points. I mean, we really wouldn't have done this last season. I think that's an important fact that the team itself is seeing out games and we're getting these vital 3 points. And last night, we were just a dream to watch in the first half for me. I always bang on about it getting the early goal. I mean, if we can have these wee games wrapped up for half time, that's just an ideal position to get your key players off and rest them for these semi-finals. We just need to keep pushing forward now and just keep winning as many games as possible and seeing where we end up at the end of the season, mate. But for me, it's day and night for where we were last year, and it's all down to Gerrard and the bond that he's got with the first squad. I think it's massive this year, And it's just the general buzz about the place as well. It's not even just the results, it's just the general buzz about the place. Everybody's got a smile on their face and things like that. These are all key factors to going ahead and being a successful squad.
I think every one of your squad has had game time this season. I don't think there's anybody that's missed out, is there?
No, he's been fair with them all.
I think maybe the boy King, because his injuries, has only had a couple of minutes on the park, but him and Greg Docherty probably are the only two really that's no really had a decent run. But everybody else has had a go, isn't they?
Aye, we've all had minutes, all had more. It's not just been 5 minutes at the end. There's been, I mean, I'm not including Jamie Murphy and Andy Halliday in that, Fox, you know.
But they've paid basic new. I mean, Murphy was on the park last night. Halliday's had his turns of playing as well. There isn't MD really that's no had a shot at some time.
Yeah, they've been well serviced, haven't they, really? The manager and the coaches have done well by them, given the manager the time here. The guys do a shot, you know. And as you say, the only one that can feel disappointed is, and not just him, the fans as well, young Docherty. He's not quite had as much time as he would like, and that's for sure. I don't know, maybe he's a wee fallout with the manager, I don't know. But he's getting them, most of the guys, when they come on, they're getting some time. There's not much else you can say and do, is there, really, about it?
I think it's important in a long season, George. You get people on the park and they're not coming in for the cold.
Of course it is, Ox. Of course it is. We said, I think it was a few weeks ago, we says it's about the 11. Of course it is about the guys with the jersey. But I think for us to go for what we're going for this season, if it's the League Cup, the Scottish Cup and the League, whatever it's going to be, the wee run in Europe, I think it's got to be the 14, 15, 16 guys. I mean, at that time, I still maintain, I don't think Greg Docherty is good enough, Ox, to get in our squad. I think we've maybe moved that wee stage too far for him. If he maybe came into our squad with the ability he's got this season, last season maybe done well, but I think we've moved too far ahead now for the guys we've actually brought in. Even Kamara and guys like that have been a big surprise. So everybody's getting game time, everybody's desperate to play. I mean, you're talking there about the Aberdeen result and things like that. I prefer the Motherwell result, Ox, than the Livingston ones, because they're the ones we were lost last season. So they're big positives for me, Ox.
Hard to argue with most of that, George. Hard to argue with most of that, Fox.
I can't disagree either, mate. I've not got anything else to say on this.
But George, obviously we dropped a couple of points at Tynecastle and we've lost a late goal away to Sporting Young Boys of Bern. But apart, you take the 2 goals there we've lost, say we drew with Young Boys of Bern and scraped to 1-0 at Tynecastle. The start of the season's been pretty good, eh?
I would say that now, if you were asking me to rate the season, I would say it's probably been, like you say, a good season now. The 2 results here, Ox, and I think you would say it was a very good season. So we can't really grumble at that. We've no fired on all cylinders in every single game, and we're still in and thereabouts in every competition. So you can't grumble with that, Ox. We can't grumble with that. And I think we're going to get, I really believe our squad and our team is going to get better under this manager going ahead for the rest of the season.
Oh, George is right, Bridge.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we really, he's right. We can't grumble about anything, to be honest. I think the way our management team and his coaches have went ahead with the set of players that we've got, as we were just saying a second ago, he's given everybody as much time as he could. We've had, I would suggest, one recent disappointment. I thought the Hearts game was very disappointing. I thought we should have played a lot better than that. Obviously, the defeat against them was poor for us, poor performance by us. And who did we draw against previous to that? It wasn't Hibs, was it? I can't remember who it was. Hearts. No, did we not? Okay. I'm with you now. Yes, I was going backwards and forwards. Apologies. So I think, given that, we've played really, really well. We are a good team. We've got a really good squad and a smashing manager.
Anyway, mate, we've reached that time of the evening, believe it or not. So over to you.
Oh, what can I say? What a marvellous evening. Well done, Oxy. A really, really good discussion tonight. Well done to you and your technical support guys. Well done. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, every single one of us is getting there. There's only a couple of sleeps left and we're in a cup semi-final. Come on, the Rangers. All these guys, keep it going for the Rangers because the Rangers really need us. Keep it going.
Can I thank Fox, Bridgeman, Stardog and George for joining us here in Rangers Radio. Thanks to everybody in the lobby. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back between 9 and 11 tomorrow night talking about all things Rangers. But I'm on some annual leave. Take it away, Fox.
From a guy so young to Glasgow City, they come seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know their ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your heart and voice, celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on, still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born.